question on your role as CEO and the future of Yvonne and Partners. Do you envision becoming too big for you to candidly engage with your community, or everything in the works?
Oh, I
mean, there's lots of stuff that's going on that we don't necessarily talk about.
Yeah, I mean, I want to talk about more things. We shot a lab update today that I think is going to be a really cool video. We basically went through every member of the lab, both new, like on probation, and established, and looked at what they're working on. The probationary people had to wear Fallout guy masks and a Guy Fawkes mask, so because they're still anonymous. But anyway,
is that the yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's the development team.
Yeah. Is it just the development team? Is anyone else?
No, everyone else is cleared for camera. Do you envision becoming too big to candidly engage with your community? Man, I don't want to. I don't want to be so big that the lawyers have to do a sanity check on what I say, and I don't want to get to the point where I'm so detached that I don't have our own internal checks and balances to make sure that I don't say anything too stupid. I mean, as it is, we're not at any risk of that because I need both my hands to count the number of people that will just tell me I'm a idiot when I say something stupid, and that are able to get me to back down on a bad idea. I mean, we actually had something like that happen this week. I was in a conversation with Colton, and we were like, hey, we should embrace the whole name of the whale land and just make every ticket like a whale ticket. So every ticket includes admission, a WAN hoodie, a desk pad, a tour of the office, a food truck voucher, thing for 3 meals a day and all this. And we should just have like put all these like bundles together, and it should be like $500 tickets. And we were like, let's do it. And on the surface, it's actually not a terrible idea from a business standpoint, because the reality of it is we only have a couple hundred seats.
And there was a lot of value being baked into those tickets.
We are going to sell through that couple hundred seats like that. If it was $1,000, it would sell through in like 15 minutes. So really, whatever price we ultimately settle on is how much revenue do we want to make from the LAN. We have no way of expanding the capacity because it's going to be in Lab 2. We're actually going to be in the warehouse of Lab 2 running the LAN. It's going to be freaking awesome. And that was a way for us to maximize that revenue for the company, which we need, while also providing a really solid value to anyone who buys the ticket, because it was going to be like a bundle deal. However, Luke made a really good point that was like, hey, like my dad and my friends won't be able to like afford that and go.
It's like, especially
like, okay, fair enough.
We haven't announced a date, but the date will not be super far out from when we do announce it. And if the ticket's like $250, $500, that's a lot of spending money to come up with on a super short notice. If it was planned like 6 months ahead, maybe even then, it's still a lot of spending money to throw at one event. And like, yeah, you are getting other stuff. You're getting the mouse pad potentially. You're getting this hoodie. Like, there's a lot of value in there.
And my pitch to Luke: how sick would it be if all the pictures and video from the LAN were people in this like uniform gaming, like everyone's wearing the same hoodie? That would have been so cool.
It'd be pretty cool. But there's also issues with that. If people are coming to LAN, they're very likely super fans. They might already have one of the hoodies.
Yeah. So we don't want them to end up with a second hoodie.
So yeah, to be
pretty rough.
Clear, we're not doing that.
Yep. So we'll figure out something that kind of makes sense, and I think we'll try to have like bundles and add-ons as things that people absolutely can buy as part of the experience. Like I think we'll probably do studio tours. We've done them during LTX before in the past, and it's been a pretty fun way to engage with the community. Coming back to that question, do you envision becoming too big to candidly engage with the community? I think if I do, we will completely lose. I think we'll fail ultimately. So I don't think that I'd love to think that we have a leadership team that could carry on without me. I'd like to think that we will not stop engaging with the community, whether it's reading comments or talking to you people like this or whatever that ends up looking like. And I mean, Luke and I both intend to sit in with the general population at the LAN, not because we have to, but because that's something we want to do. I don't see that changing anytime too soon.